all squeezed. You can see that there is no water content. It is too much, it's almost dry. If needed, if you want to use the water, you can use it, but make sure it is totally dry. On this mixture, I am going to add a little bit ginger garlic paste, which I have made with 5 or 6 garlic pods and ½ inch of ginger. I am going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. I am going to add the garam masala, because bottle gourd is basically it has no taste, right? So it's flat. So make sure you don't put too much of any spices. This I am going to use the Bengal gram flour or besan for the purpose of binding the bottle ground, grated bottle ground. So I am going to start adding 1 teaspoon and 2 teaspoon. I will rest here. If needed, I can add more. I will make sure that I will mix everything very well. You can see that we don't need water. It is pretty much mixing very well by itself because it is all dry. Once you start doing it, you can find out if you have to add more or you have to add more crumb granular. At this point, I am going to add some more ground flour. Of course, you have to mix it with your hand. You cannot use a machine to mix it. So make sure your hand is pretty much clean. This is a pretty much a long process because we are going to fry it, then we have to make the curry, things like that. So it takes pretty much good time. So for making this, you need to have a couple of hours to do it. If you don't have enough hours, it is very hard because everything needs precision. If there too much water, then it would be breaking apart. So make sure there is no water. This is good. As I see it, I will be adding just a little bit more of the gram flour, and then I will stop here. After that, we'll make the balls, round balls, and keep it aside. Then we'll fry them. I'm going to take a small portion of it, put the raisins in between, make a ball, and keep it aside. Make sure you put a little bit oil in your palm. That helps a little bit so that water won't be sticking. This thing won't be sticking. Just take a handful, spoonful. I will add a couple of raisins here in the middle. Make sure you roll it out. Make a ball in your hands with your palm, just like this. You can make small size balls or big size, but this size is pretty good for frying. So in a similar way, I am going to complete the whole mixture, adding the raisins and making the balls. We are going to make a paste of tomatoes. There are 4 tomatoes, some cut onion, ginger, garlic, and of course the cashew nut and the cashew nut and almonds. So I'm going to put everything in the grinder. Hello, we are all set to go now. As you see, we have already fried the bottle gourd balls. It is golden color, ready to be cooked. We have made a paste of onion, garlic, tomatoes, ginger, and cashew nut and almonds. We have made the paste. It is there. It is a leftover water from the bottle gourd, the squeezed water. We will be using that instead of water. We will be using the red chili powder, cumin powder, coriander powder, and turmeric powder. So we are going to use all this powder. Besides that, we will be using salt, sugar, uh, 2 types of garam masala. One is the dry fried one, and one is the other one, the red one. So to begin with, I am going to start heating the oil. The oil is hot already. I am going to pour the whole mixture into the oil and let it fry. If it starts to flutter a lot, you can cover it and cook. But for the time being, I am just going to use uncovered. It is getting sputtered. All the spices have to be cooked. The onion, garlic, ginger, tomato cooked well. Once it is cooked well for about after like 5 to 10 minutes, we are going to add the dry spices and of course the salt, and then on the top we will be adding those balls. For the time being, I am going to fry it for a few more minutes. I am going to see whether it is cooked or not. Once it becomes more thickened, we are going to add the dry spices. So let it get more cooked. As it is spluttering, I am going to cover it and cook for a few more minutes till the water content is out. Gravy is almost thickened, so I am going to start with adding some chili powder, little bit of turmeric, coriander powder, 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, little bit of cumin powder. I'm going to add a little bit of dry roasted garam masala, going to put other garam masala, just a little bit, and going to mix it well. Make sure it does not touch the vessel. The spices are almost dry. At this point, I am going to add water. I am going to add the leftover juice of bottle gourd. Don't add too much. If you want to have the gravy thick, don't add too much of the leftover juice. I have added good enough. I think I will add a little bit more, and that would be it. I am going to cook this now. I am going to let it cook and blend very well. So I am going to cook it on slow for about 10 to 12 minutes. 12 minutes are over, the gravy is thickened. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. This recipe is kind of a little bit tangy, hot and sweet, so I am going to add a little bit of salt. I mean to say the sugar. I have already added the salt. Just a little bit sugar to give a little bit sweet sour taste. With the tomato, it has already been tangy. I am going to mix it well. At this point, what you have to do is that take the balls and add it to the gravy. And mix it well. Make sure you don't break the balls. Just cook it for a couple of minutes, few minutes, maybe 1 or 2, so that it is well settled with the gravy, and then we'll top it with some coriander leaves. It's all ready to serve. You can serve it with either the Indian bread or with the rice. It's tangy, sweet and a little bit hot. Enjoy. Happy eating.